G'day guys, you're back with MiracleMAX. Today we're going to be replacing a fuel filter in a Mazda BT50 2019 model with a 3.2 litre diesel in it. How do we do it? I'll show you. Max the mechanic is the man. Can fix it all, yes he can. With a joke and a cheer, your car troubles disappear. At this point in time, my microphone battery's failed. Great, so you're going to have to put up with me doing an overdub. All right, we're looking at the filter here. It's right next to the battery, as you can see, and we're having a look at the lines. Now, keep in mind these lines, there's 4 of them, and you might want to take photos so that you don't get them wrong. As mentioned, there's 4 lines, a blue one, a white one, and a red, and another red. On top of the filter housing, good information: engine one way, engine the other way, tank one way, tank the other way. That's where taking a photo is invaluable. Get yourself a scribe or something similar and just sneak it under that clip there. Just gently lift it up from the back. It'll pop up into that position, then the hose will come out. There goes that first one. I'm into the back of the second one there. Give it a bit of a wiggle jiggle. Should pop up eventually. Eventually being the word. There we go. All right, let's head over to this blue one. Same sort of setup. Just gently lift it up, sort of get in behind there. Now this other one, the white one, once I get this blue one up, takes a bit of wiggling, but just get in behind. Oh, up she comes. All good. Right, let's have a look at that white one next. I used to push this blue clip down, but in actual fact, I don't believe you have to. I believe that you just push down on the white button there, and that forces the blue section of that up. Now that final pipe, we push down on the white clip, give it a good wiggle jiggle, finally get it off, and there it comes off easily. I'm going for the blue one next. Pull them off, just pull them straight backwards. Sometimes they stick on the O-ring, as in this case. Give it a good tug, and there it comes off. I've got one to go, that red one down further. You probably can't see it, but as long as you've got that clip up, you should be able to pull it backwards. The clips drop down. I just need to pull it back up again. It's easy to pull them down back into place, and it locks them. So just make sure that clip is up, and then you can gently, or give it a decent wiggle, because it does stick on the O-ring. Once that clip pops up, there she goes. Grab a hold of the pipe, get those others out the road, and just gently pull it back. Okay, all 4 of them are now out the road. Get yourself a tray, put it nearby so that you don't spill any fuel when you pull the filter up. It's held in a bit of a cradle, so give it a wiggle and jiggle to try and get it up. It can be, quite tight at times, but it will pop up just like that, hey? We've got one other thing to look at, and that is our water level sensor. And that guy's just tucked away behind the battery there. It's a simple connector. You just need to disconnect it. Push down on that little lever if you can get your hand around there. It's a bit difficult with the camera in the road. And just pop it apart, just like a DOS. So you can get your tray back again, just lift the filter up a little bit and make sure that connector comes out properly. Okay, down to the bench. Now that we're over on the bench, and yes, we've replaced the batteries in our microphone, had to redo the whole thing again. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I've done is I've put 2 little texture marks here and here just to line up the orientation correctly. You can screw them around the other way, I believe. So it was just a matter of undoing this collar here. This one was quite loose, and it came off quite easily, so just rotate it like that, just unscrew it as per normal. Yes, I've done it previously. That pulls off and your filter is in there, or it gets stuck in the cap. We need to get rid of that old filter. Let's have a look at the condition of it. You can clearly see that it's got a lot of black gunk in there, which is not good. That'll go into our fuel system, so we need to get rid of that. The new one should simply slide into place like that, like a DOS. Don't forget that there's an O-ring that comes in the kit, and of course that'll go right here. You can see it over here. We need to peel that off and replace it with a new one. Of course, it's a good idea just to put a little bit of lubricant on these O-rings so that it goes together nicely. Should be ready for reassemble. Remember, I put a little white mark here. Now the other one is hidden below that ring, but
I can tell you it's roughly about here. So let's put that into place. There are little locators here and here, as you can see, so that should just sneak together nicely if I put that into there. Then we just put our collar back into place, screw him back into place nice and tight. Not overly tight, of course, it's only plastic. Plastic does like to break. So I reckon I might have that cross-threaded a little bit. There we go, that sounds better. Put him on like that and it should pull down nicely. Just make sure I keep those little white lines located together. Look, just be patient with this thing. It doesn't want to line up sometimes, so you've got to move the top section around a little bit to get it to sit properly. And I added just a fraction of lubricant, just a tiny bit of oil onto the thread to try and make it go on easier, in theory. And after quite a bit of turning here, I believe it's locked into place now. So I'm happy with the gap, even all the way around. O-rings look like they've seated, I assume. Let's put it on and see if it leaks. I've slid it back into its bracket, and of course I've got to go and find that sensor connector. Once I find that, then I can hook it up and then these hoses can go on next. I've also managed to put the sensor connector onto its bracket. It was just floating around in the breeze before, so obviously someone's been here before me and they've just not connected it back into place. But there's a locator that it sits into, a little hole, so make sure you clip it into that. So just a matter of putting these hoses back into place. Blue one went over there, didn't it? Like that. Clip him in. White one was up the top. Like that. And push that locking one back into place there. Now these two fellas here, one is definitely shorter than the other. And let me have a look at my picture and I can tell you if I'm in the right area. Yes, according to my picture that looks correct. So slide him in. Click, click. This top one goes in. Click, click. If there's any spilt fluid, we need to clean that, of course, for the customer. Make sure it looks like we care, because we do. The next thing we need to do is prime the hell out of it. Okay, maybe about 10 ignition cycles backwards and forwards. I'll hook you up near the tank so you can hear it priming. You may hear some gurgles as well as some air passes through. There you go, sounds a bit like a spa bath. Some fuel pumps don't continually run like this one. Some you have to cycle the ignition off and on. So I might do that anyway. We'll cycle the ignition, see what happens. Okay, sounds like it just turned off then. Let's cycle the ignition. I can't see any leaks up the front. It still seems to be priming the fuel pump. Let's see if it's going to start. I've checked for leaks, I can't see any. I'll just give that a quick clean up shortly to get rid of any residue. But that's it's all good, starts no problems. So I think that is complete. So there is our fuel filter replacement on a Mazda BT50 2019 3.2 litre diesel in it. Don't forget to make sure that you prime the fuel system with the electric pump so that it starts easily for you. I hope you got something from this video today, guys, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, feel free to comment down below. Don't forget that notification bell. Yep, that fella there. You don't want to miss any future videos. So until next time, guys, this is MiracleMAX signing off. I will catch you later.